Welcome to Wisdom of the World. Today I'm going to tell a story from Costa Rica. It's about when you are really at your wits' end. The story is called The Lucky Table, and it goes like this. Once upon a time, a long time ago, there was a widow living in the countryside of Costa Rica. She had two sons. One was a very simple guy. They called him Bobo. And she had another son, smart, you could say. One year, everything was just simply not working out. They had no corn. Corn harvest was horrible. No corn means no tortillas. They had no beans. The pig had run away and they couldn't find it. And for some reason the hens also would not lay any eggs. So finally the mother called her two sons together and said, "Please, go to the market and sell our cow. I don't know what else to do. But make sure you get a good price for that cow." The next day, the sons put on their big sombreros and put on their machetes, their knives, and they went on their way to the market. Uphill, downhill. Finally, they got there. And the oldest brother, the smarter one, said to the Bobo, just wait a little bit here with the cow. I just need to do some errand for mother. So there Bobo was with the cow. And then a guy that knew him was walking on the market and came towards him, knowing everything about Bobo. And he saw the cow and he was carrying a big table on his head. And he said to Bobo, "What are you going to do with that cow?" And Bobo says, "Oh, my mother has asked to sell it." "Well," said Bobo, said the friend, "you should not sell it. You can see that's a poor cow. She's very skinny. Yeah, you won't get anything for it. Why don't you do a trade? Why don't you trade her for the table that I'm carrying?" And right away, Bobo said, "That sounds like a good deal. Done." And so he took the table and gave the cow to that friend. Now, his brother, the smarter boy, came back and says, where is the cow?" And he was already starting to get worried. And the Bobo said, "Yeah, I'm coming to that. But yeah, I traded it for this table." And the brother says, "What? What did you do? You traded our cow, our gold, our fortune for that table? What good of use is that table to us?" And he slapped his brother and he started to yell and curse and everything. He totally freaked out and in the end, he just sat down on the ground and didn't know what to do. There was nothing to be done. So they set out for home. And he said to the Bobo, "Well, since you made that deal, you carry that table. I will have nothing to do with it." Now, because of the load of that table, they were very slow in going back, and they just when night started to come, they came to a big forest. And the forest looked very dark and very forbidden. It didn't feel right. So the boys decided that they would spend the night there. That seemed like a better plan. In order to be safe from wild animals, they climbed a tree, and somehow the brother managed to get his Bobo brother with the table on his back up in the tree. They had barely settled in that tree. And then they heard a lot of noises. And those noises came closer and closer, and he said to his brother, "Shh, be quiet. They may be robbers, and then they will skin us alive." So they sat quiet. And they were indeed robbers. And they spread a big cloth out. And they said, "Okay, this is 10 silver coins for Paco and 10 silver coins for Roberto." And they were dividing their loot. And the brother said, the Bobo brother said, "This table is getting really, really heavy. I can't hold it." And his brother says, just keep it. Don't drop it." And again, a little later, the Bobo said, "Brother, I can't hold it any longer." And finally he says, "I really cannot hold it any longer now." And the brother said, "Okay, just let it go, but that'll be the end of us." So he let the table go. When it jack, jack, block, clock, bong, bong, a huge noise it made. And all the robbers just fled for their lives. They ran as fast as they could. Didn't take anything. So when the brothers looked down and were sure that the robbers weren't going to come back, they climbed down the tree, wrapped up the cloth with all the money in it and the table, and went as quick as they could back home. Now, they were rich men and they had nothing to worry about. They lived happily ever after. And about Bobo being silly, as the famous music character Forrest Gump says, "Stupid is as stupid do." Thank you. If you have any comments, let me know.